Hey y'all, it is time for our biblical bath today, and I'm just curious, how many of you homeschool mamas out there are troubled? You just feel troubled. You ask yourself all these questions. You're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to have gaps in my kids' schooling? Am I going to teach them correctly? Am I teaching them math properly? Are they going to be able to get into college? Am I doing everything right? How are they going to, get along in this world? And you're just troubled. When we look at the word troubled in Hebrew, it says to agitate, trouble a thing by a movement of its parts to and fro, to cause one inward commotion, take away his calmness of mind, disturb his equanimity, to disquiet, make distress, to stir up, to trouble, to strike one's spirit with fear and dread, to render anxious or distressed, to perplex the mind of one by suggesting scruples or doubts. Yeah. Let him that doubts he's tossed to and fro, that he's a double-minded man. It's in James. That troubled, like, does that sound like that's coming from your God or are you coming from the enemy? Jesus says in John 14, that's what we're looking at today, John 14:27. Check that out. You can pause and go find it for yourself. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. And then he says, let not your heart be what? Troubled. Neither let it be afraid. We're looking at John 14, verse 27. He gives us peace. Yeah, you may think, well, I've got all this stress in my life and these kids, they're just acting up and I'm not having a good time with my husband because, he and I don't agree on the same things when it comes to how I should be teaching, da 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 da. But Jesus says, peace I leave with you. My peace, his peace he gives unto you. Not as the world giveth. Doom scrolling on Instagram. Just distracting yourself with a whole bunch of other things so that you don't think about life. It's not that kind of peace. Maybe drinking a little something to kind of take the edge off, whatever that means. I don't know. Or partaking in something that just makes you think that you're okay and you're feeling better about the thing, but the thing is still there. He doesn't give the peace like the world gives. He says, let not your heart be troubled. All those things that I read in the beginning, don't let it go there. Don't let your mind be disturbed. How can I do this? When can I do this? First thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, you get up, you open your eyes, or if your eyes are still closed and you're still thinking, start listing off every single thing that you are thankful for. List off every single thing that you're grateful for. Sometimes I may have such a bad morning that I have to start with my eyelashes. What do I mean by that? I find the most simplest thing that I can think of. Thank you, Lord, for my left eyelash, my right eyebrow. Thank you. I'm so thankful for my right arm. I'm thankful for all of my thumb, my index finger. I'm thankful for my ankles. I'm thankful for the window that lets the sun shine in. I'm so grateful for my kids and that they're here and that I can spend time with them in our homeschool. You see where I'm going with that? If you are struggling with a mindset that keeps you troubled, a mindset that keeps you in fear and afraid, when early in our homeschool, like over 13 years ago, in the first year, I used to say to myself, what if I die? Who's going to teach my kids? Right? Because my husband, he had to work. And I didn't want them going with any other family members. I didn't want them to be split up or being put in school. I used to have a serious fear of dying. It was really bad. And I had to have a mentor say, you know what? You're going to have to let that go. You have control over that. Everything will work out fine. And so today, I know to start my day with gratitude, top of the morning, right? Why do we do this? Because it fills our mind with something more beautiful than the things that trouble us, right? It fills our mind with the other side of the picture. One gentleman that I follow and listen to, Myron Golden, absolute genius, beautiful teachings that he gives. There's two sides to everything. So if your heart is troubled, then that means there is something that is untroubling in your heart as well. Find it. Find out what it is, and then focus on that. I guarantee you the other stuff will work themselves out. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. That's what he's telling us to do. And that's the pinnacle of our experience. Why this works is because we want to be able to focus on things that will bring joy to our home. Whatsoever is true, whatsoever is right, whatsoever is noble, whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is lovely, whatsoever is admirable. If there's anything that's excellent or praiseworthy, think on those things. This is our biblical bath for the day. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Tell me in the comments, is there anything that's troubling you? And what are some gratitude statements that you can speak into your life to get you to focus on something else? Take care, y'all. Love you. Have a beautiful day with your family.